Hello, I hate your fucking guts. Fuck you, I hate your fucking.
Well, 3, 2, 1, bam. Toy Turds, what's up? I'm Monkey. Let's get fucked up, faggots. You like that? All right, let's go. Didn't have to say fun.
You can do it again.
It's Toy Turds. Let's get fucked up, faggots. You like that? All right, let's go sell it.
Reference.
Hell no.
Look at it.
I'd be like, what up,
It's
ninjas?
amazing what you can do with editing.
Because they are standing behind us, you know.
All right, so let's have
the leaning tower. That thing looks like it's gonna fall on your head, Birdie.
It doesn't have good posture.
No, it's
$600 of lean.
I want you guys to know that should I get a concussion tonight, just leave me. I don't care.
You can sue Michigan. Greg, give me my money.
Give me my neck.
I should just edit that out. Just not. All right, so let's do a little roll call action.
Bam, Kevlo.
I'm Monkey.
Paul.
Hey.
Yeah, we have the lovely and wonderful Funiara in from Astro Zombies with us tonight.
Woohoo!
And Ultra Paul guest starring.
Oh,
yes,
exclusive, yeah.
Yes, tonight.
That's right.
It's a star-studded
Louisville's own
show.
Ultra Paul.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What the hell?
Wow.
We're tearing it up.
Cameos tearing the house down.
This
That's
is
right.
exciting.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, look at that. And Singleton's in the house. So we just got off an awesome event last night where KFHC went to see the Insane Clown Posse. Woo, 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 family. So that was awesome. You can check out the videos of Bernhardt doing Fago Angels.
They will all be up on the KFHC site very
I got
soon.
an ass.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Funiara's giving everybody a little sip tonight.
A little something, something.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's straight edge.
Oh yeah, Poacher, he's like,
No beard.
Viewing audience, Why Louisville here in Louisville, Kentucky just purchased for their new Why Louisville 2 a
Wax
Colonel
Colonel
Sanders.
Sanders.
with an original Colonel Sanders.
Colonel Harlan Sanders suit. His name
Yes.
is sewn in the inside.
And it's creepy as fuck.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Yes, I saw it.
It looks like a fucking death mask.
But when we bought it, the pants weren't on him. They were pinned. They were pinned to the front, so the legs weren't actually in them. They were just pinned so it looked like he had the front half on.
So he was sitting bare ass on whatever he's
Yeah,
sitting there?
yeah, and he wanted me to fix it so that you could tell, like, the pants were on. So we had to. I went in and I sawed the colonel's leg off.
No, you did not.
I did. I took a hacksaw.
There's photos of like them
There's
like
a
doing
video.
surgery on it.
I
Yeah.
put him up on the counter. It looks like Colonel Harlan Sanders is giving birth, and I'm sawing his leg off
Right next to his package.
so I can put his pants on, basically. And that's when I was like, it's his suit.
So it's not Mitten Bag anymore now that you.
Well,
it hasn't been mitten
The
bag for
secret
a
hope
while.
is that the recipe was going to be in the suit pocket, but
Oh, that would
Really?
be awesome.
it's not.
The 11 herbs
But
and
that was
spices.
the secret hope.
It's a secret hope. I mean, it's farcical.
What's fucked up is I know
Like,
two of
it
the
was like-
spices are salt and pepper. You can't
Yeah.
fuck
I
with
bet
that.
some garlic powder too.
Lo malo son las que es original. place where he started serving a fried chicken?
Yes.
Is that in Louisville?
No.
It's outside of Louisville.
It's
Yeah.
outside of
Corn,
Louisville.
right?
He's also from Indiana.
Indiana.
Shut your fucking blasphemous mouth, Vern. This is gonna be televised, jerk.
This is-
3
it's
people
all
are gonna
for-
watch this.
But he reached his chicken fame.
It's the
in
horrible
Kentucky.
chicken
So
asshole.
you
So-
guys remember when he died?
Yeah,
Have
it's the
you
same
seen
thing.
his grave?
No.
It's here.
Oh, it's here.
Yeah.
It's here?
Yeah.
I told you I
Oh,
would take
yeah.
you there.
It's
You
next.
want to
It's
go.
next door to a magician.
Let's go now. It's spooky time.
It's it's closed.
Yeah. They close at dark.
We all have to wear white suits, though.
Oh, no.
So you
Wait,
got chicken shit? They're just climbing the
There's
fence.
an entire, like, so it's a huge cemetery.
I think they gotta have a driver's seat
I'm not-
for 24
I'm not
hours.
running around the South in the dark in white anything. I'm on KFC.
Alright, so
So moving on.
moving on. So I brought some
Yes.
stuff.
Moving on from my mom's tits.
You brought them up.
So,
KFC made it a hyper hobby.
bam,
Don't give it away, Bird.
new hyper hobby.
It's not new.
Well, it's
Oh,
the-
in your face. Fuck you.
Look, I did it like
30
I was
hours
like, it's not new.
That shit's been on the back of my toilet for
this could
months.
be like, so like we get like a hyper hobby here like every year.
It's 3 months he's old.
It's
Holy
6 months
shit.
paper to that.
Throw it away.
It's the March issue.
That's
So
all.
it's pretty new. It's especially for us.
Okay.
Like we get like hyper, like if we get like a hyper hobby here, it's definitely like owed.
Friar, can you get us hyper hobby? Can we get hyper hobby?
Friar.
Okay.
Why haven't you alcohol carry?
It's like a Japanese retailer, $13.
Bam!
It's expensive.
That
It's
turkey
okay,
with
and
the
she's in it.
unicorn.
It's unfortunate.
Right. Oh. Oh. Right.
Fuck that! You got a Common Rider Wizards
That
fucking
chin's
insert.
the unpainted one.
Boosh.
So I was stoked. I'm very excited that
You do.
I got a mention in hyper hobby because that's
see.
that's
It's big time. And you
little
get to
redneck
these
from
guys
Kentucky
with
that has like a little silly site that
These guys are in this
a
special.
few people check out every once in a while. And I was like, look at hyper hobby. It's awesome.
It's a shame, Funiar. It's really good.
Did you watch Pokemon?
This is that good.
Oh, show me your. Did you see his stupid tattoo?
Oh, get my
Gotta get 'em along.
He wasn't ready for that.
Hey, next tattoo you get, you should be a vagina above your dick.
Oh my god.
There's already one there.
It's the worst tattoo. It's so terrible.
Grow version, but yeah, my wife said it's too bright after,
We're trying to go to sleep here.
yeah, it's
Don't you hate when the wife gets in the way of like stuff that you want?
well, and we have a,
I wouldn't know what that's like anymore.
again, the situation you guys have and we have, the different culture things, mainly it's a problem for the budget. We have enough money
Yeah.
to afford to buy toys, but we have not enough money to afford to buy the large space. I'm serious.
Yeah, you run out of space. And listen,
Yeah.
Funiar's
So if
situation
you
with his wife,
if you had
his
more
wife lets
space,
him have a whole fucking store of toys. Fuck
so
you.
if you had more
Yeah,
space, then your wife would be okay with it. Like if you had like a bigger
Yeah,
living
because
space.
if I can keep everything in my own space wise, she doesn't care what
See, I have like a room that I can keep stuff in, and it's like as long as it's in that room, it's okay. But if it starts to grow outside of the room, it's like, oh no.
So no one came to Tokyo yet, right?
No.
Well,
Thanks for rubbing it in.
let me explain to you this way, okay? You know the store is called Mandarake.
Mhm.
Mandarake.
Yeah, I order stuff from them.
Mandarake main base is located in city. It's called Nakano, and there is a building is called Nakano Broadway. That building is kind of old building, like maybe one basement and fourth level, and Mandarake took almost like a half of the whole building, but there's a bunch of small like a tenant of the space for the rent for the stores.
Yeah.
So you it's you're gonna come to see, then you can figure out how we are living, okay? The most of the like a toy store in Japan, this is store is smaller than this size. Okay. And I
Well,
would
I've seen
say
like pictures of like cases just like just
and,
smashed full of.
the store Cosmo Night Alpha, you know Cosmo
Yeah,
Night
yeah,
Alpha store. The Jim Maitland and the Mike Johnson last time they went to there, and Jim told me that is probably the smallest store I ever been in my life. They say the store is almost close size as my bathroom, and even you can't go through by like a straight walk. You can go through. You know. So okay. So I asked Jim, have you ever been to Hong Kong? He says no. My experience, Tokyo was such a all the tiny crazy store. What I thought, Hong Kong was more crazier. Hong Kong is like many buildings, because Hong Kong is such a like a big complex for just by tiny space. Everything very tight together.
Yeah, they've got an island and then they've got part of the bay.
And building is all high building. So like some like a store, some building like 8 or 9 floor, whole like a collective type of store, but the whole building is maybe 20 floors,
And each floor something different.
And upper than maybe 10 floors, they are all the residents areas. How people are living over there, right? So store space. Maybe I would say if this like living room size, they can combine maybe by
But you don't have the ceiling either, do you?
ceiling maybe is high.
Yeah.
And this size of like a living room, they can combine maybe 4 to 6 different stores. That's how they do. And what I figured out, and what I heard about from people, the people who like toys, like especially for Hong Kong, it's a big market for 12-inch action figures, like a Hot Toys.
And
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Like a minimum 12-inch or like a G.I. Joe type, like a 12-inch action
The old
figures.
sideshow stuff.
So how they are doing is they have a regular job. Go get to work like in the morning to like evening. So many store they have a sign says store open 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. So when we get there, even just like a noon or 1 o'clock afternoon, all the store not open. Come on, what's wrong with these guys? Then I found out most of the small collective store we wanna look around open 5 to 10 because everyone store's owner have a regular job in the company. So after they finish the job, main job, they come over there to open the store. So what I realized, they open store as their collection room.
Right.
So when I went there, this is like a size of the store. When you walk in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps, that's all you can look around.
Yeah.
Right then, more than half of the items has no price tag. That means that's all his own collections.
Sounds like Paul's store.
Yeah. Oh yeah, nothing's for sale. Yeah.
Oh, that's mine.
If you want, I will rent you that corner dirt cheap. We can make this happen.
No price tag on that. Yeah.
The Astro Zombies USA.
Yes.
We'll put it right there.
It's open between 5 and 7 p.m.
This is the only people I can get.
No. There's other nerds.
Oh yeah.
I come home
There's
about
like
6
2 or
o'clock.
3 more.
Yeah.
It's a famous American saying.
They'll be like,
Building
something
they will
crashing on
come.
TV. Like, they'll hang out. I'll be like, you want a beer? You should buy this. Like,
Well, that one's not for sale. There's no price tag on it.
yeah. But I'm just telling the office stands.
Anytime.
I always go to Chicago Toy Show in end of October because I want to go there every once in a year at least because they used to have the show dates April, June, and October. There used to be that's the place all the toy dealers be there from East Coast here, St. Charles, Kane County.
The flea market.
No, Chicago. It's called the Wild, like a wild
Well, St. Charles, King County, the fairgrounds, right?
fairground. Yeah,
They have a flea market every month.
they have a flea market every
Yeah.
month, but
But this is a larger.
famous toy show is
Right.
over 30 years old experience. That is a place before eBay takes over the market. Everywhere from United States and dealers from Japan, dealers from Germany, Italy, and England. So that is kind of like a trade place for international wise.
I feel like a dummy because I grew up at that flea market every month, but I never heard about a toy show.
So there's
You
a
weren't on the email list.
No.
There wasn't email.
there's a Holiday Inn hotel that used to be the peak trade place because show is only open generally open on only Sunday, but people gonna start to come over there to Tuesday or Wednesday, maybe a few days before. Then they start to swap the trade in room to room.
Yeah.
So like a quality toy dealers,
Like a secret show.
same.
That's what they do at like San Diego Comic Con now. The secret sales.
King
Well, you know,
County,
like
King County's not like San Diego.
No, some teen toy dealers or some like iron cast toys from size 40s, pretty expensive items. They don't want to bring to the show.
Yeah.
They just want to.
Well, because they know it's like so
They want-
like
they
it's
want
like a tight market, so like everyone kind of knows each other and is like, hey, I know that you're into this. I got this. Do you want to buy this? Kind of like that.
But this
kind
is
of
like old Midwestern nerds that have held on to this stuff like
Yeah.
most of their life. Like,
So
and it's the cool stuff that you never see at shows.
like that, they've got that like clockwork Dino from the Flintstones, cowboy cloth, that stuff.
Yeah, like that.
So that show.
That's a fancy toy.
Sexy.
That show and part of the southern part of New Jersey or Philadelphia is Atlantic City, or like a big East Coast casino place.
Yes.
That area had a big antique show twice in a year. It's called Atlantic City, like an antique combined Atlantic.
Yeah.
So Atlantic City convention twice in a year. They had the main thing is like all kind of antiques, like jewelry, old portable watches, but they had a huge section for the toys. So these two shows are big, major antique toy shows in the States. That's how Japanese dealers go there, the European dealers go there, how they do trade together.
This is amazing. It's
Yeah.
like we have like someone from Japan telling us about the big toy shows in like America, like we live here.
Right.
It's like we don't even know about it. It's like we
But
like that's awesome.
I started my own toy store business 20 years ago, right? Then I was starting go there to San Francisco and the classmate and his friend started helping me to take me to like a toy show in California. Then I started going
Like
to
swap meets and stuff?
well, actual toy show. You know, that time we had lots of good toy shows that time. So when I was dealing with those California toy dealers, I see him in San Francisco or San Jose or LA, then I was, trying to figure out how he's able to get all the new stuff all the time as vintage stuff. So because that time is no internet and
Yeah.
where is his connection? So one time the guy from Michigan or somewhere, Michigan or Detroit, some part of the
Midwest there.
yeah, that area, and he says you should come to the Chicago Toy Show. And that's all the California, that's those guys gonna come over to buy stuff. Give me more information here. Then, so that's how I found it. That I should go there. Then you remember the toy shop newspaper magazine?
Yes.
Yes, but that's been a
Yeah,
long time since I've seen that. Which one? Marlin toy?
No, it looks like a newspaper.
It was a newspaper. It was like it was a black and white newspaper, and it was just like listings of toys and comic books, and it had sometimes it had like pricing and stuff, but it was just a trade magazine.
That is called a toy shop.
Okay. Yeah.
So they have lots of information or date and where is the toy show, the date, all the different states. Oh, so this is it. Okay, so I decided I gotta go to Chicago, but I had no idea how to get there. And somehow I rented a car and I was able to make it. Right then,
It's an hour.
yeah. So when I get there, dealer time, I was able to buy need to pay $50 for the early buyer's button for early buyer's day is Saturday. But even that time, I didn't know that the vintage quality dealers gonna start to swap me on the hotel. Even I didn't know about that. But Saturday when I get there, I see a bunch of California dealers and everyone was not happy at all. Finally, you found our place. That's
Oh, yeah.
Because so some stuff cheaper than California, but some stuff more than California.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, that is probably for the vintage toys wise. That first my Chicago toy show was probably most volume vintage toys I ever purchased.
By one time.
Yeah,
That's
by one
awesome.
So there you were struck by lightning in your lab and bit by a radioactive spider, and you gained these toy powers.
Okay, the first story, okay, I was collecting Japanese toys in the beginning, right? Like 1983 or 84. I started collecting toys. I was what toys left over at the regular toy store, or when I see the a general magazine, it says old junk became like a gold mine. Kind of that kind of article I saw. Then there is a Billiken store in Tokyo and a couple other stores in Tokyo. That time, no that type store in my area in Osaka and Kyoto. So wow, I remember this Baragon or Godzilla, like a Bulmak stuff. Wow, now they're asking $50 or $100. That time, that Marsan Namegon was only $200. But I thought that's super expensive.
Yeah.
But now it's like $8,000. At that time only $200. But what the fuck? Anyway, I had a chance to come over to Tokyo for the playing bands. So I decided, I got extra day off. People just want to get have a hangout drink or like a smoking pot. Or I'm gonna go shop myself. then I started.
So you didn't go to Golden Guy, you went to Akihabara instead,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So I
Everyone else is drinking and stuff, and it's like, no,
I'm not
I'm
going to
over
Ginza, I'm going
Yeah.
over here.
yeah. Then I went to like a Billiken store, and the Billiken shop that time mostly like they had like lots of vinyl toys used to be. So wow. I had that, and I remember that then. Well, I only have maybe I saved some money, but I only have like $200, and the little silly condition of the Marusan remote control Team Godzilla was only it was no box, but it was only $60, 6,000 yen, which mean like a very beautiful mint in the box condition was like $300. Oh, I cannot afford that, but this one I can afford.
Yeah.
I actually can play.
Yeah.
So I bought that. So instant. I spent all my money there. But this is great. So I realized how I can find more stuff. So I started calling to my friends from high school age or junior high school age. Hey, you have any stuff left over in your attic or your closet, or what you are looking for? I'm looking for the toys, especially kaiju. If you have it, if you don't care about it, I can trade you my records or my clothing or something. So I traded a bunch of stuff. That's how I started collecting the stuff. Then I started going to like some like free market in the morning. Then I went to some like antique store. Then I found actually I found some vinyls out there. That's how I started collecting, right? That then 1986, the Passage came to Japan to going to see his first pen pal in Tokyo and Kyoto and Hiroshima. And I was living in Kyoto, and the guy in the pen pal at Passage contacted to me. You were in the band, and I know you. I don't know you know or not Passage as Septic Death, and he's like. He's the organizer for the article of the Maximum Rock and Roll. He wanna come to hang out with us to see the band and show in Kyoto or band's members. So then I went there. The guy supposed to take a passage, bring him back his place like before 11 p.m. Before 11 p.m. But it's already 1 o'clock a.m., right? And he was living with the parents. Then they started getting argued. What are you thinking about? And what the fuck is this guy? He's all fucking drunk. And Hassett wasn't drinking anything. He was normal.
Yeah.
But we are all fucking drunk. Then they started arguing, like a family issue.
Yeah.
And I asked first, I'm living alone myself. Do you want to deal with these people? No, come over to my place. That's how I brought him to bring to my house. Then when
It's like you kidnapped him.
Then
And this is like in, like you said, like 86.
86.
Wow.
So when he came to my place, he was so surprised. I have so much Japanese kaiju vinyls and some like a Kamen Rider or Devilman stuff, right? Wow, this is the stuff I was looking for. Are you serious? Why you didn't tell me before? Because no, I thought no one cares about it. So I thought you care. You just want to be here, just like hang out with punk rock people and looking for punk rock records, stuff like that. No. Yeah, I love to, but also I love toys, Japanese toys, and also I have a bunch of American friends who is looking for this kind of stuff. So there's a team from Big Boys and Brendan from Samhain and Tesco B from
Meatman,
yeah.
yeah.
So I was, that's how we feel out. We have the same good same taste, punk rock records and the toys. So Next day, you wanna go to like a record shopping or toy shopping first? Let's go toy shopping first. Okay, so that's how we started.
So
Then-
you started this pipeline to, I guess, California.
Well, not only me, but like people who in Tokyo had that kind of stuff too. So he got a good connection. Me and Kokoba Takeshi and a couple other people in Tokyo. That's how we started. Then after he went back home, he's chatting to other people. Then Glenn was the first person who who wanted to come to see us do the toy shopping. So Glenn came after the person came. That's how we started doing the toy shopping. Then they offered to me, Punya, you should come to United States. I will take care of you. That's how maybe 6 months later, I worked very hard to save up money. So I decided to maybe like 6 or 7 weeks, like a s- like a 4 weeks, 4 weeks in San Francisco, and 1 week LA, and 1 week in New Jersey, New York. That's how I made my trip in 1987. Then I realized how much cheaper US store is than what toy store in Japan.
All right,
is
so
asking.
so you come over and do you stay with Danzig? Do you stay with
Yeah,
Prasad
yeah.
at this time?
So-
That's
so-
awesome.
So I realized if I buy one myself, then second piece, if I sell it, I get my own as free.
Yes.
Then
Yes.
if I get the third copy,
That's the Kevlar way.
I get this size like a talking credit.
Yes, sir.
I knew the store in Japan is asking for like $150. Then here I can get it the toy dealer discount for the dealer had that.
Show it so that podcast can see it. What the fuck?
This 4-hour podcast.
No, this will be
I'll chop
5
it
minutes.
down.
We'll chop down
Yeah.
5 minutes. All right, here we go.
That's the best part.
So they were selling those in Japan for like $100.
Do you know how much I paid for this? $8.
Yeah, and at the toy show, like a case price for the 6 pieces in a case,
Right.
because only
Awesome.
22 or $23. Wow. So
Well, yeah, like back in the prom, like when that movie came out, like I'm sure these were super high.
I
Like,
wanted
now,
I wanted one as a kid, and Will had it in
so
his
anyway, I
booth.
started doing set up at the table at the Wonder Festival, Tokyo Wonder Festival, 1988. Then I made a good amount of money by my duplicates.
Right.
That's how my thinking becoming growing. Oh, maybe toy store. It's a good idea.
Right. Right.
What I start to do after maybe I have to maybe broke up from my plans. Maybe if I get gonna be serious, maybe toy store gonna be the good idea of what I should start to do, because I was dreaming to start to do a record store, but I already know that a bunch of my friends wanted to do or going to do, so I don't want it to be competition with
Right.
these people. And what else I like to do, and toys is great. That's how I get the idea. That's how I decided I want to open the store in 1982. Then 83, I opened the store. So there was a strange guy came through and looking at all the items, right? And then he started asking Mike or
Stranger than most of the guys.
Yeah.
Let's be clear. Okay.
he had like a full covered face, so like a deep hat and
creepy.
yeah, creepy and like grab and how much is that? He's asking that. How much is that? And Mike says it's not for sale. It's just a display, and we sell the unpainted model kit. And do you understand?
Right.
okay, how much is that? He keeps on asking about it. Then Danny and the king was talking in the back, and he realized what the strange this guy. But Danny saw big security bodyguard black man. He's a famous face as Michael Jackson's bodyguard. So Danny realized that can be Michael Jackson.
Holy shit!
So he was like sitting in the back of the Michael Jackson.
Sell him the sample.
Dude, that's
Sell
awesome.
him whatever the fuck he wants.
Just put the price wherever you want. No, it's not for sale. It's
Holy
for
shit!
So he wouldn't even sell it to Michael Jackson.
Shut down
That's
the
awesome.
What's the next thing again?
The official turd of the
Tough Guards, Devil Man, stuff like that. What is Pusshead into that?
Yeah, what does that dude collect?
What is Pusshead collect? Is he just like kaiju or
No, he never purchased any kaiju.
really? So what is he into?
When he came to Japan in 1986, that time he was collecting David Miles his top ones. And,
Oh, so he likes Devil Man. He's into Devil Man, right on.
And all others.
Well, he just did he did like a Devil Man mask for like the secret base.
That time he was collecting some new stuff with like a Dragon Ball and Kinnikuman because he was a big fan of Shonen Jump magazine.
Right, so everybody knows
but,
Kinnikuman's muscle, right?
Yeah, but he was collecting. He wanted to collect so
Just making sure.
mostly Go Nagai and Go Nagai stuff. Devilman, Mazinger Z,
Cutie honey.
Honey. But there's no toys of Cutie Honey.
No,
I know.
we never
I gotta
No,
say,
he's being a
he wins.
But he was buying that time. He was buying VHS tapes.
You know that KFHC,
That's what Kevlo does.
KFHC stands for Kentucky Fried Haute Couture. It's fashionable.
I thought it was Kentucky Fried Hippie Crap.
It's supposed to come with an
Finally happened. Damn. Make sure that shit's recorded.
That's terrible.
Like I said, if I got dead tonight because of the concussion, let it be this. I'm coming for you, Mishka.
Oh, it worked.
Send me my shirt
Oh, that was
and a
awesome.
check, or else.
You could have fucked up our fucking insane clown posse stand. That cost $20.
I think it bit the corner.
That's why you don't put the thing on it. That's why it is headless in the corner.
Yeah.
Oh, baby, 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 baby. Oh, baby. Oh, my precious baby. Oh, baby, baby, baby. Who needs the stars? You are my star. Who needs the moon? You are my moon. Oh, baby, baby, baby. Cling to me, baby, in this rented room.